Hey guys, for those of you who watched the first version of my number 13 video, I apologize. I went ahead and pulled it, thought I'd redo it, and just to give you a quick recap, I started troubleshooting. At first I'd gotten the 30 tubes mixed up because here it says driver and on the voltage chart it says second audio, and I started looking at the second detector, but I quickly figured out that I had the wrong tube. Anyway, so what I had done was I started following the driver tube since I wasn't getting any output, and I tried a tap test, but I kind of figured it was the amplifier section, so I'm starting backwards. What I discovered was that the primary is actually open on the Interstage transformer here. I thought I had tested it. I tested all the coils, as you remember, the chokes, and the step-up transformer and the power supply, but I guess somehow or another I skipped the Interstage transformer, which, as you guys know, the way this is set up is it has a single-ended output tube that's coupled to the Interstage transformer to the 19 tube, which has two. Well, I guess it's push-pull, or it's got two plates and two grids in there. Anyhow, so I did a little bit of research, and I'm just going to go ahead and plow ahead. I've already gotten this far on this thing, so I can get another Interstage transformer. It's going to be similar. Can't get exactly what I need, because the 30 outputs at 11,300, I think, ohms, and the 19, as we recall, is 10,000. Most everything out there is not geared for things that are so close. That's available anyway. I perused the oldradioparts.com Gary site. He didn't really have anything in there I could use, although I did discover somebody had recommended that I grab the Hammond 124D. No, where's the D, the one I wanted? 124A or something like that. But it does 10,000 to 90,000, and that's quite a jump. But I found that the 124D does I think 8,000 to 13,000. So if I flip it backwards and run the 13,000 side on the 30 tube and the 8,500, whatever it was, to the 219 tubes, I think that should work. But in the interim, I also discovered, and I'll put a link to it in the description, there is a way, if you've got an open primary, you can actually put a 0.47 microfarad capacitor to the secondary, from the primary to the secondary, and then a 27K resistor to ground. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. When I had suggested that on the Philco forum, the response I got was that it would be better off to go ahead with the Hammond transformer. But just to get me past this point, I'm going to go ahead and try that capacitor and resistor coupling. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to come back and we'll see if we can get to the next hurdle. This rate is going to kill me, I tell you, but every step forward is another roadblock, but I guess I'll muddle through that one too. So I will be back, and we'll see if we can get any further with this. Alright, I am back. So I'll just point out here what I did. Like I said, I'll post a link to this, but if you look here, what I've done, and actually I didn't have a .47. I thought I did, but I had .047. Huh. But I did have some .27, so it did. The article did say you could have .47 was the goal, but you could do .25 or even .1. But I did .27, or I guess it says .22, but be that as it may. So what I've done here is I took a 27K. Let's see if you can see that. So here's the 30 tube, and the plate normally would be connected to the primary here, and the other end of the primary goes to B plus. So being that that's open, so I connected the 30 tube between a 27K resistor that goes to B plus, and then coupled the 0.27 microfarad to one of the grids of the 19 tube to create this circuit here. So that's bypassing the primary. So I put the old 19 tube back in there just in case. So I have my, well anyway, I have everything ready to go. So I even turned on the multi-tester. So let's make some smoke. Right, so I went ahead and turned everything on. Okay, get ready to duck. Put on your safety glasses. There's my lovely hash. Aha!
And in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of the community, to feel at home and to bring the tools for our children and families.
Well, it sounds like crap, but I'm getting somewhere. Let's see if I can tune in another station. Here's a KRLD. Alright, well, like I said, it sounds like crap, but so I guess that's something to work on. But my tone control works. So let's check some voltages and see if things look a little bit better. I'm assuming I have plate voltage now. Alright, well, that should be a lot more than that, I think. La 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 la. Where did my... Let's see. Well, I should have 150 here, which I do not.
We'll do any of that with you, and then when we're able to give it to them, they're willing to teach it. Isn't that amazing? So,
all right.
DaveRamsey.com/sponsor and learn more if you want to help us with that. Pretty fun stuff. Lisa's with us in Georgetown. Hi, Lisa. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. Hi, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Let me try a different 19, the other 19 tube, just in case, because this 19 tube reads so weak. I don't know if it's any good. I actually got a tubular 19. I didn't know they produced these long enough to actually have a tubular shaped one. Okay, so I don't think this is going to make any difference, but just in case, I guess I figured to give it a shot. Alright, well, it still sounds crappy. Now this also could be the this setup here that I've done. One of the comments I got back from one of the forum experts was that it wasn't going to sound very good. And that, like I said, that may very well be, but I've got to do something about that hash. So now I got to start looking up stuff, but I obviously feel a lot better now that I got sound out of it. I mean, certainly doesn't, I don't think I'd want to live with that hash, but hey, it's music. It's I brought it to life, so hey. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this video now and call this a major step forward. And I guess we'll just deal with the other issues one at a time. One of the other things I wanted to point out, actually, on this 19 tube, interestingly enough, Philco wants it to, the plate voltage on the 19 to be 150, and according to RCA, the plate voltage on a 19 should be a maximum of 135. I just kind of thought that was a little interesting. I realize that, you know, sometimes these things are designed, you know, like the max might be 25% lower than true max, but anyhow, I guess that was only one of the plates I tested. I'm assuming that the plate voltages are the same on, so the plates are on 2 and 5, so let's see here. Alright, so I'm getting 94 volts and same, so yeah, alright. Anyhow, I'll go ahead and end this video now, and we'll call this, like I said, a small major victory. Small major. Anyway, have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video.